Good evening, everybody. It's coming up on the fifth night of Hanukkah, and I just felt inspired to share a small teaching about the olive oil. And nowadays, lots of people outside of Israel light candles with, light the menorah with candles, but traditionally the menorah is lit with olive oil. And there's some really special teachings behind the inner meaning of olive oil. So, olive oil has some particular qualities that are really relevant to personal growth and development. And it's just really beautiful. This is a teaching that I learned from some of the writings of the previous Chabad Lubavitcher Rabbi Menachem Mendel Schneerson. So olives, when they come off the tree, in order to make the olive oil, they need to be crushed. They need to be crushed. And when they're crushed, that's when the precious oil is released from them. Just keep that in mind. Another quality of olive oil is that it seeps in. It seeps in. If you get it on clothing or on porous objects, then it goes in, and it's very hard to get out. So it makes an impact. It leaves an imprint. Another quality of olive oil is that if you put it in water and you shake it up, it maintains its individuality. Also, if you then put that object down with the water and the oil rises to the top. So there's a balance here between being crushed, which is like associated with humility, and rising to the top, which is empowerment, expressing oneself, one's value in the world. So I feel like there's this beautiful balance being expressed here between the two. So olive oil, let's go back to the four. So it's crushed when we are humbled by different events in life that take place. When we recognize how small we are or how powerless we are, then we're humbled. And when we're humbled, we make an imprint. We really can impact people. We're authentic. We're not all flashy and big. We're speaking from our truth. We're speaking from a deep place of humility and authenticity. And that leaves a reshimu, that leaves an imprint, just like the olive oil seeps in. People appreciate that humility and authenticity of people who have been through hard times and come out on the other side. So that's one level. The next is, so olive oil, the oil maintains its individuality. So we, at the same time as being humbled, we can maintain our individuality. And not only that, we can honor our separateness and our individuality, but we can also rise to the top. When shaken up, we can rise to the top. We can come back into power and strength and our beauty. And our beauty is associated with the simple miracle of being here, the simple miracle of being a light in the world. We are lights. We are miraculous creatures. And the world may try to break us, but we can keep coming back to that essential truth that we are miracles, we're miraculous beings. And that is always, no matter what happens to us through life, we are always connected to that miraculous nature of ourselves, that miraculous beauty of being lights in the world. And that's really what spiritual light is. It's recognizing the miraculous that's in everything, that's hidden within manifest reality. And also, so it's so beautiful, like even though we can be crushed and broken, we can still rise to the top, just like the olive oil. Such a beautiful metaphor. On top of that, one final teaching, really beautiful teaching about tikkun, about repair, about healing. So many times, the things that crush us, the things that break us, the brokenness of the world, the brokenness of our own selves and lives, those things they can become burdens. They can become burdens that we schlep around with us, that we carry around with us. And those burdens from the past can continue to be burdens in the present and in the future. So those burdens, those moments and times in the past where we were broken, where we were traumatized by life, can continue to be burdens in the past. The beautiful, like super, super beautiful teaching here is that when we focus on these past brokennesses and we use them as material for tikkun, for transformation, then we actually transform the brokennesses into light. Just like we transform the olive oil and the menorah, we transform that into light. So it's through our spiritual work and meeting those broken places, those challenging places in our lives, in our past, meeting them as opportunities for transformation and tikkun, that we actually transform them into light, that we become brighter lights in the world, and we can impact others in a more positive and life-giving, love-giving, miraculous-giving way. So I want to just bless us here on the fifth night of Hanukkah to recognize, one, that we are miracles, that we are walking miracles every moment, no matter what's going on, no matter what we've done in our day or in our lives, we are walking miracles. And that we can recognize that. May we be blessed to recognize that in ourselves and recognize that in others. And that's also a form of love. So may we be blessed to feel that and receive that for ourselves and give that to others. And two, may we be blessed to meet those broken places in our lives as opportunities for transformation, as opportunities for giving light and transforming light into the world. So bless you all. May we continue to light our own lamps and light the lamps of others, so we bring more and more light and healing into this world. Chag Sameach, Hanukkah Sameach.